It's time. It's time to stop using the difference quotient to find the derivative. We have better ways, okay? Well, quicker ways. We have some rules that we can use to find the derivative using just in our heads without doing all of that FOILing and canceling out, and it's a lot of work. So we can use the power rule. The power rule is, well, if our function looks like this, let's say f of x equals x to the n power, well then that means the derivative, f prime of x, is going to equal n times x to the n minus 1. So you drop that exponent in the front and then subtract 1. And if there's a coefficient in front, let's say I had a, well then that coefficient just gets multiplied by your exponent, right? So we're just going to have a times n. So looking at this first one, I'm going to take my exponent and I'm going to drop it to the front, multiplying it with that 2. So 3 times 2x to the n minus 1. The derivative of 2x cubed is 6x squared. Looking at this next one, let's say I want to find the derivative of this one here. When we have roots, the best way to do it is to write it as a fraction exponent, right? As a rational exponent. So 4x to the 3 over 8. Anytime we have a root, that goes in the denominator, and then the exponent goes in the numerator. So now that I have this, I can take the 3/8, drop it to the front. Ooh, 4 times 3 is, take it up to 4. 6 x to the 3 over 8 minus 1. All right, minusing 1, well, that's just the same thing as doing 8 over 8. So we got 6x to the negative 5 over 8. I like to just leave it like that. When we have an exponent in the denominator, though, remember having an x squared in the denominator, to bring it back up, we're going to have to change it to a negative exponent. So 4 over x squared, you remember we found the derivative of this one using the difference quotient. Now we can do it much quicker. So 4 over x squared rewrites to 4x to the negative 2. Now we can go through the same motions, right? Negative 2, drop in the front, negative 2 times 4x to the negative 2 minus 1. So we get negative 8x to the negative 3. And to write it like our other one, we got negative 8 over x to the third power. How neat.